Hi, welcome to Lightroom 101. I'm Keith Mason and I'm hoping to introduce you to all of the functions that you need to be able to get the most out of the pictures that you've taken. Hi and welcome back. In this film we're going to have a quick look at the basic editing tools that you have in Lightroom, and here you can see we're going to go back to our original image, this tree in the woods, and we're going to click down the basic set of tools. I've left up the histogram because it will give me an idea about what I'm doing as I move through these edits, but also not going to try and keep all of the various drop-down menus up at the same time because it becomes quite difficult to work your way through. So the first item that you've got here is the white balance. Now, most cameras get a sense of how warm the light is at any one time of the day. Right at the beginning of the day, the light is very blue. As the sun comes up, the light in most outside places becomes warmer until you get full sun, and the light is very warm, and then as you go through the rest of the day it begins to get cooler again. If you've taken your picture using a raw way of storing your picture, then you can edit the colour balance, the white balance that you used when you took the picture, in case it's wrong. If you have a look here, there are two parts to this, the temperature and the tint. Now if we slide the temperature to the left, the image becomes very cold, or in fact blue, but here you can see that the image would be rather cool. Now if we slide the temperature over to the right, the image becomes much warmer. Now this can be a creative tool. You can make a picture feel warmer or cooler, and that can really change what you're trying to express when you make your final edit. And in this case, if I go back to how I took the picture, it's reasonably warm, but I think I can afford to just move it up a little bit just to try and get the feeling that I had when I was in the woods there, that it was a rather warm and rather nice experience. Here you can see that the camera, when I took the picture, moved the white balance towards magenta and purple. Again, we can change the tint. If we make it green, this becomes unrealistic image. We move it right to the right, and it looks rather like one of those pictures that you took in the 70s. Well, maybe you're not old enough to have been taking pictures in the 70s, but there's one other thing that you can do with white balance, and you can see here you've got a dropper, and what this does is if you click it and pick it up, you can move it across your image. And if you can see in the right, on the left-hand side, in the little preview window, you can see how by moving my mouse around, I can find a white balance that I rather like. And you can see, generally, the idea is to pick a fairly neutral part of your picture, a sort of black or a white or a grey. If you can find a grey, that's great. And as I say, there's no right or wrong here. If I pick this, you can see that we go back to a very purpley looking picture. Let's try again, and I'm trying to find a nice warm part of the picture, and I think I'm just going to bring that back to where I'm going to go. You know what? I'm just not happy with it, and this is why the history is great. I'm going to come back to the version that I liked at the beginning. So there you go. Using the white balance to change the feel of a picture is a great place to start editing. And if you don't like it, you can move it around. There's no right and wrongs. This is all about how you want to express and try and emote the feeling that you had as you took the picture. Thanks for looking in. In the next film, we're going to look at the standard editing tools to try and bring more out of this picture. Thanks very much for looking in.